Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Good Deeds, Real Estate with a Mission. We're going to talk about that mission today. I'm Bill Weidecker from the Fine Homes Group, and we have a special edition today because you've heard me say in the past that the mission that we have at the Fine Homes Group is that a portion of our real estate fees we donate to a scholarship fund. And last year, we were able to give out over $14,000 in scholarships to students here in the state of New Hampshire. And to date, cumulatively, we've given close to $100,000 in scholarships. So that's what we stand for, and we hope you do too. Today, we have one of our scholarship recipients, Bourne Spooner, here with us. How are you, Bourne?
Doing well, you?
Wonderful, thanks. And you were our top recipient this year. You received $2,500 scholarship from the Fine Homes Group. So I'm not going to put the words in your mouth. I'm going to let you tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you go to school, and where are you going to school, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so for high school, I went to John Stark Regional High School, but I also commuted an hour round trip every day to Concord Regional Technical Center for the computer engineering program.
So that's a commitment. A half hour each way, an hour out of your day, plus the amount of time. Why that choice?
I toured the program sophomore year, and it just really resonated with me. Had a lot of stuff I wanted to learn more about and what I wanted to do in the future, and then just did both years of it and really enjoyed the program.
Did that have any effect on the schools that you selected?
It did, yeah. Part of my choosing for Western New England University, which is where I'm going to college, was my teacher actually had, I believe it was one or two alumni who went there, and she said they both really enjoyed the school.
Huh.
So that was part of the reason I looked into it.
So what is your major, your field of study going to be?
I'm going into mechanical engineering.
That's so ironic because that's what I started with. No, I'm just kidding. I was a culinary arts engineer. So you live in Ware, and when are you leaving for school?
I leave this Thursday.
So my goodness, it's coming up upon you in a couple of days. That's exciting. Where do you hope that this mechanical engineering degree will eventually take you? What's your aspiration for the future?
My hope is to work more or less as a design engineer at either a robotics or automotive company like Ford or GM or Amazon Robotics, somewhere in there.
Huh. And you mentioned robotics, and I noticed in your application when you sent it to us, you actually were the captain of First Robotics this past year, but you've been involved with First since 2021. What's that experience been like?
So I sort of came into First just knowing a little bit about computers and just wanting to learn more. And then through working with First and like all of my teammates, I kind of learned that I really loved engineering. And First is sort of what put me down the path of going into mechanical engineering and where I am now.
Really? Now it's going to test your memory a little bit. Prior to that, what were you thinking your path was going?
I was thinking...
Of course, you were 16, 15.
Like 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
I think it was IT.
Uh-huh.
Still in the like computer field, just not specifically engineering.
But this really sets you in motion.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that you, when I read here, you were a mentor. Tell me about that mentor. And is that also in First?
Yes.
So what does that involve?
I've been doing this all summer after I graduated, but it's basically just we have a bunch of new team members, so teaching them different skills like different fabrication techniques or CAD drawing skills, just basically helping the next generation of students be able to help the team be successful.
So your involvement has continued on past your graduation.
It has. And I continue like coming back on winter and summer break, keep involved with the team and help out.
And you received also from First a creativity award last year, in 23.
2 years ago. But
2 years ago. So tell me about that.
Yeah, that was my first year, so I didn't have a huge part in the robot design. But we had a very unique design to complete the design task for that year. We had a sort of elevator mechanism, whereas most teams would just do like a flywheel, and then it was a probably basketball-sized game piece that year. They had to shoot into a hoop. we had a sort of elevator to just drop it in instead of a flywheel that would take time to charge. It ended up being a relatively effective design and also just very unique.
Did you end up winning as a result of that?
We didn't end up winning necessarily, but we did relatively well as sort of the team history. We did better than previous years.
I see. Well, also, one of the things that we look at when we're trying to figure out eligibility for scholarships, because there's no lack of need in Southern New Hampshire for students looking for assistance. We looked at some of the community activities you were involved in, and you were involved with the Goffstown Food Pantry from 2020 all the way up to the present. You volunteered for tech support skills at some local schools, and Go Baby Go. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so Go Baby Go is more or less we would take sort of children's ride-on Power Wheels toys, and then we'd modify them to be used as a sort of low-budget electric wheelchair for children with cerebral palsy.
That to me, I mean, when we had this event when we gave the scholarships back a couple of months ago, and that to me was the thing that stunned the audience the most in a good way.
Yeah,
they were so appreciative of the fact that you put that time in, and so you could see in a small way the work that gets put in by the folks at our charity, and lots of volunteer work put into reviewing the applications, and this was a standout, so much so that Bourne received the highest award that we could give this year of $2,500. And we just want to wish you well this upcoming year, and please don't be a stranger to the Fine Homes Group. As a matter of fact, we'd like you to graduate, come back to New Hampshire, and buy a house. Good to see you, sir, and welcome.
Thank you.
And good luck to you this week.
Thanks.
All right, Bourne, take care.
You too.